Hey there, this is Robert Kornacki, CSO at DC Spark. In this video, I'm going to be announcing a brand new feature in Urbit Visor, which is the Urbit Visor command launcher. This is something that we've been working on for the past few months, and we're pretty excited to finally bring this to you live in Urbit Visor today. So, currently Urbit Visor had exposed the functionality of Urbit, your Urbit ship, to websites, web extensions, and web apps, but now with the command launcher, the user has the ability to interact with the Urbit ship no matter where they are on the internet. Now it's simply as easy as hitting Control period, which is the hotkey, or you can also go to Urbit Visor, and here you can type or click on launcher, and then the launcher will open up. From here, now you have full access to your Urbit ship. As you can see on the left here, you have a set of different commands you can issue. You can also type to filter through these. So say I want to do a scry, or say, I want to check out what groups I have on my Urbit ship. As you can see here, these are the two groups on this moon that I have. One's a test group I created, and one is the DC Spark group. As a basic example of the flow of how you would go about using Urbit Visor, I hit Control period to open the command launcher. Then I type in groups, enter, I select the HavMix DC Spark group, I hit enter, and it opens a new tab at the group itself. And so as you can see, the command launcher allows you to open itself up anywhere you go on the internet, and you instantly have access to the functionality of your Urbit ship. So as we saw, the most basic one there is to open up groups. As you can see, we're on Twitter in the background. We have Twitter UV also working. So this is kind of like, layering interface over interface on top of the existing internet with Urbit Visor, which is quite cool. Some other commands, let's just go step by step to kind of show you what's available. You have home, which opens up the home of your Urbit ship. I am zoomed a little bit extra on Twitter, which is why it's a bit larger. But besides home, you also have the ability to issue pokes. One of the nice things is that we kind of focused on the UX here to be primarily keyboard centric. You can use your mouse, as you can see. However, here, when you're making a poke, or let's say a scry, right, you can type in whatever you want for your first argument, and then you can tab to go to your second argument. You can also, delete. We also added some extra functionality where if you do shift tab, you go to the previous argument. And so we tried to make the interface for this as seamless and nice as possible. One other thing we have is a history command, which allows you to see a history of every single command that you put in. So as an example, if we want to look at scry, so I don't have to type it in. In this case, you can see I made a scry command, which scried graph store for /keys path. Now, if I hit enter to reissue that, now I've just done that same scry, and here you can see the JSON response. And so in the case of pokes, scries, threads, and subscriptions, these are more developer-focused commands that provide you with, raw data that you need. And what's really nice about this is, this is all copyable, exactly like, whatever part of the JSON you want. It's super easily readable, copyable, and super useful as a dev tool. Double so, once you issue the command, then you have it in history. So say, I'm testing a Gall agent, and I'm testing maybe various scries, and one scry endpoint is /keys, maybe another one is /whatever, right? It's super easy just to jump into the history and then edit the previous command you issued, and especially when you're going to be doing like pokes and threads where you have like pretty lengthy arguments potentially, you can edit just one number or just one letter and then test different edge cases out. And this is the best interface for doing that compared to anything else that we have in the ecosystem today, which is pretty exciting. Going back to the more user focus, like I said, we have the home command. The groups command shows you your groups and so forth. Something in the middle is the terminal command, right? Where the terminal command is like your web term or dojo, right? So you can, do addition, multiplication, In that case, add 5.3. I got the response back. You can do plus VATs, see everything in your subject and so forth. Pretty much you have the full functionality of Dojo or WebTerm in Urbit Visor command launcher. And so that's pretty exciting because now, no matter where you are, you can instantly just get data from your ship. And so it's really useful for devs, but also, in a scenario, say you're talking, you're in landscape, you're in a chat, and you're discussing or whatever, and someone tells you, hey, you have to issue a command. So then they tell you to, filter, choose terminal, and then type in whatever, right? Maybe they want to see your plus VATs, for example. Then that will respond. The user will see it, be able to copy and paste it, and then put it back in the chat. So then this becomes a easy way where the user doesn't have to jump between different pages and different interfaces, but they have the full power of the Urbit ship everywhere they go with them on the internet. It doesn't matter if you're on GitHub, Twitter, Landscape, Reddit, whatever page you're on a web app, you have full access to your Urbit ship via the command launcher. The last few commands we have is Bitcoin, which just goes to your Bitcoin app, notifications, which opens up your notifications. In this case, I have a few about the system, but nothing else. Lastly, I think the only other command I haven't touched upon is the DM command. And so the DM command is a really quick and simple way to send direct messages to other people on Urbit. So you might be browsing the web, doing something, and then you remember, hey, I need to tell someone, say me, hey, how's it going? I found this link, and then, paste the link. And so effectively, when you type this in and you hit enter, a new tab is opened. This DM is sent in the background, and then you can see that it's already been sent. And these are all previous test messages I made. But pretty much you have this super easy and quick way now to DM people and jump straight into a DM with them thanks to the command launcher. And so pretty much just to kind of give a full rundown, again, we have the history command, which allows you to see everything that you have issued. And so it makes it super simple, both from a user perspective and from a developer perspective, to just get access to your history of the commands you issued. Home opens up grid. Poke allows you to do a poke, which is more of a developer command. Same thing for scry, subscribe, and thread, which are all developer focused. We have the terminal, which is like the web term, which allows you to issue commands straight to Dojo from the command launcher. This is primarily a dev tool, but also useful for users. We have the DM command, which allows you to send DMs to anyone instantly and opens up a new tab with the chat open for you. We have the groups command, which allows you to jump to any group that you have on your Urbit ship instantly through a nice filter or a nice list, which you can filter through as well. And lastly, you have notifications of Bitcoin, which open up the respective pages for each of those. These are the base commands that we have implemented, and in the future, it's theoretically possible, if you're super excited about this interface and you find it really useful, you can consider maybe submitting a PR to add a new command, and we're more than happy to keep adding commands for useful general functionality that most Urbit users want to use. And this is really, a whole new UX that hasn't been possible before, and we're really excited to see what users come up with and how they get to use the command launcher to really improve their experience of using Urbit no matter where they are on the internet. So yeah, so this is just going to be a shorter-ish video compared to how long I usually speak on and on about such things, but we're really excited to have this out for everyone, and we're excited to see how you guys use it. Please provide us some feedback at the DC Spark group at havbex/DC Spark. And thanks for watching. Have a great day. And please download Urbit Visor and try this out for yourself. Peace.